Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Xenogears. I am Dan,
And I'm Austin.
and we are here to play games.
Really bad.
Very bad, very bad. Yes. So last time on Xenogears, we had a rather unfortunate run-in with Ramses, who's very, very angry at Faye for some reason, and ended up flooding the cockpit of his gear after he got beaten up underwater. And so now he's unconscious, and we're trying to get him some help. And we've encountered a couple of interesting characters. Josiah and his kids, Primera and Billy. We encountered them on board the Thames. And Faye's currently out of the party, so Ellie is currently party leader at this point. And I've done a little bit of grinding. Some of you might be looking at this for this part of the game and are just like, you're over leveled, but you know, sort of what we're doing.
That's because we're bad at video games. We have to compensate by having high levels.
Listen, I'm compensating for, so everybody does have their, well, almost everybody. I believe Rico is one level away, but everybody has their XX.
Silly
level.
Rico.
Yeah, Rico's just a little bit behind because I haven't had him in the main party very much. We did have him in the main party near the end of the last episode when we learned a little bit more about what happened with Red Room at the orphanage, which was
Really
fun little revelation.
Yeah, of course. Just wanted to end that episode on a high note, so we had to make sure.
Right, of course. I'm going to check here. All right, so one thing I haven't really been doing a lot of is keeping up with the abilities. So Sazanami and Rinki are two of Saiton's best abilities, in my opinion. These will block specific elements. We did learn a couple new ones with him. Ryokusho, my bad, removes physical status effects, and Reisho, which is the mental corresponding.
Oh, that's really handy.
Yeah, so he can knock out status effects now, which is very cool.
That's awesome. Very helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Bart has Wild Smile, Heaven Sent, which is an ether attack. White Lure, where he can kind of tank hits. I don't really use that with him because Saiton's a little more tanky usually, but Bart isn't a bad recipient of that sort of thing. Red Cologne, which ups his attack, which is a very good thing, and then Blue Cologne, accuracy and evasion up. So, got some new abilities. I'm going to do a little bit of a gear roundup here. So, we've got most current upgrades for all our gears. I have moved to using light AR +1 on all the gears. The reason for that is you can see it boosts response by 5 as well as defense by 15.
Okay.
That's as opposed to our extra AR +4, which is a little more defense, a little less response. I'd prefer to have that response boost to like 5 more defense.
Sure.
Yeah, if it was like double the defense and you only get 5 response, I might choose that. But for now, this is very good. In some of my grinding, I have managed to grab some Seal ARs, which Seal is a type of damage, so this just cuts it by half. If you slap 2 on a gear, it will not take Seal damage, I'm pretty sure. I think they're additive. I don't remember that 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So yeah, I got all our gears running light AR +1, magnetic coat, and frame HP 30. Pretty decent setup in my opinion. Gives you good response. I have, because Virge has such a low weight capacity, it's gotten a downgrade to its agility, but I consider it worth it for this setup. Like paying by 1 agility is fine. All right, so that's all the mechanical stuff that I wanted to go over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the Ethos HQ. And as Sigurd says, he said this last time, got to hurry and take Faye there to get him the help he needs, because he's still out of it, and we're not exactly sure if he's okay or what's going on there. So getting him some help.
Gotta get our friend Billy to give some sway into the Ethos headquarters.
That's right. And I am right by the Ethos headquarters here. So we're just going to pop out here.
That looks like a church.
It sure does.
I mean, it makes sense. They got priests and clerics, essentially, and wow. Those zombies don't have a chance.
Get out of here. Yeah, our old friend, the high encounter rate here.
It's
right.
not higher than Skies of Arcadia.
That's true.
The original. I don't know. It might be comparable to Legends, but at least the original.
Yeah. The other thing I did, I forgot to cover here. Let me take a look. So I did pop over to Nisan, which you can do at this point in the game. You just head over to the Ignas continent, and you can enter Nisan. And I bought a second Ether Doubler. So I have two. If you can afford it and you don't mind grinding for money around this part of the game, having two Ether Doublers will serve you very well. I wouldn't term it necessary, but I like having two. And I will explain more about why in a little bit. I also have two Holy Pendants at this point. So those are very good to have. They're not exactly necessary at this point, but I do recommend it. All right.
Eat those.
To the HQ.
Secure.
Oh, hey.
Please sign the guest book.
Yeah. Can I interact with that? Nope. Hey.
This is a practice hall. This facility was built for us, Etone. Can't we go into the cathedral? No, only the ethos members of those with known identities can enter the cathedral and its related facilities. That's the training hall? It looks like the cathedral. Okay.
It does, yes.
The same thing applies to this practice hall, but the bishop made an exception for Brother Billy.
All right. Hello.
The ethos was created to save people's souls, and to revive lost technology. We wish happiness to all the people of the world.
Great.
Oh, boy.
Hey, buddy.
We have been waiting for you. I've received permission to treat Faye so long as it is in the practice hall's infirmary. Let us, ethos staff, take care of the rest. Please, take care of Faye for me. Practice hall. Looks like a chapel, at least.
Yep. You got pews and everything here. Yep.
Do they practice preaching?
It's a very good
This is
question.
where they train their apologetics?
Yep. They practice something, that's for sure.
Yeah. The brothers from the ethos are looking after Faye in the infirmary. Let me take you there. Please follow me. This way.
All right. So we can't do a lot here at the moment. We're mostly just following Billy in.
This way. Verlaine.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, I hear your father's been rather active again. Don't talk about him. It is said that there was an attack on an excavation site which injured many of my brothers and workers. Well, you're such a fine Etone, destroying Reapers and proving the justice of the ethos to the world. But your father is... We are father and son in blood only. I have nothing to do with that man. Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I don't suspect you, our good brother. Just wanted to inform you about your father. That father of mine. I wish he'd think about my position before acting.
Clearly Billy has some problems with his father.
A true faith comes from a stern doctrine.
Kind of a summation of, look at all this. We got a lot of, like, candles, symbolism, a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's very, like... This might be too broad a stroke, but it's very Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
In its appearance.
Yeah, it's sort of coded that way, I feel like.
The infirmary is this way. Let's go.
All right. Uh-oh. I can't deal with the door, Billy. Okay, here we go.
This way.
I don't know what happens if you, like, stray off the path.
He'll yell at you.
Yep.
That's the confession room. If you have a problem, we can discuss it later.
Just like,
You
hey,
have a problem?
quit getting distracted.
That's the library right now. Isn't it more important to visit Faye?
Yeah, he'll yell at you if you try to do anything other than what he's telling you to do. So,
The infirmary is this way. Let's go.
all right, buddy. Down the stairs. Do. Interesting looking little place down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's locked.
Much different from the upper floor.
It is.
The infirmary is this way.
Thanks, Billy.
How is he? The patient hasn't regained consciousness yet, but we see no abnormality with his brain. The low water temperature lowered his metabolism and saved him. One false step and he could have suffered from brain death. That means... Yes, don't worry. However, we need to conduct more tests for a while. After that, he can be treated at your medical facilities. Will Faye ever regain consciousness? The reason why he hasn't regained consciousness is physical exhaustion. He overworked himself. Tell him to take a nap from time to time.
Yup.
It'll probably take him a few more days, but don't worry, he'll wake up. Days.
Days indeed.
Lord. I'm sorry, Faye. I caused the engine room to lose control. You were hypnotized. There was literally nothing you could do about it.
That's true.
Ellie, this is not true. You cannot resist being hypnotized. See? Thank you, Saiton. More importantly, you saved Faye.
He's being the voice of reason.
Faye could not have been protected from Ka without you. Is that not correct? Thank you. Hey, we don't want to disturb his recovery. Let's take a little walk. It may take a little longer to finish treating Faye. I would like to stay a little while, if this is okay. I agree. Faye will feel at ease that way. Please let us know when you'll finish treating Faye. We will leave the rest up to you.
All right.
Faye, I'm sorry. All we can do is wait and see.
You got anything to say, buddy?
He's in a stable condition. His treatment is almost complete.
Esme. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, Ellie leaves the party to hang out with Faye for a bit, so now we're in control of Saiton. So we'll just pop out here, and I believe we could just kind of walk around and look at things. I don't know if we can go into...
It appears to be locked.
Yeah, we can't go into these, I'm pretty sure.
It appears to be locked. Would you say the people in the Ethos organization are more dogmatic than other factions?
Such as Nissan, for example?
Well, yeah, for like Nissan or any other groups that we've encountered so far. Not necessarily religiously dogmatic, but
yeah,
dogmatic in their beliefs.
Yeah. I mean, they're certainly coded that way, right? Like, it's,
right.
And I'm using that word to basically mean, like, on the surface, they seem to be this certain way, right? We still don't know a huge amount about them, but we are getting to know the ethos at this point. What Etones are, what the duty of the priesthood is, what their actual purpose is, that sort of thing.
Right.
But we know a bit, but yeah, I would term them dogmatic, for sure.
Okay.
Let's see. I think this is the library. Hello.
Do you know the Muffin Man? I mean, about the huge tower called Babel Tower? They say it's built by people who tried to reach a god in the sky. According to tradition, God became angry with their disrespect and his thunder destroyed the tower. Well, according to the map that we ran by, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, so while I was goofing off and doing some grinding between episodes, I drove past a place called Babel Tower. So we were aware, I was way before, of course, but Austin is now aware of the existence of Babel Tower in this world. But, if you're not doing that, which actually, honestly, between where you start in Aquavie and the Ethos HQ, I would be surprised if you didn't drive by this, like, gigantic tower. Like,
It's
what
hard
is
to
this?
miss.
Yeah. Babel Tower. There's just something called Babel Tower hanging out in this area.
Right. I mean, like, you get, like, there's no context whatsoever in its significance, but people who built Babel Tower were so afraid of God's revenge, they ran away to the sky. That place is Shivat, the house of sinning hermits. Oh,
Yup.
okay.
Interesting, huh?
So the people of Shivat allegedly built the Tower of Babel?
Yep. Allegedly, they built the Tower of Babel and they ran away to the sky because they feared God's wrath, according to their text, the Ethos texts.
Right. There are tons of books collected by the Ethos stored in this library. It's like the Jedi Archives. It's a real treasure house of information.
Yep. Let me see if anybody says anything else if I talk to him again.
If it is not in the archives, then it does not exist.
Yeah. Yes, it's thunder.
Because they feared God's wrath.
Yup. Let me see.
What would they call them? The sinners of something?
Hold on. I'll go back.
That feels important. I want to grab that.
Yeah,
too.
let's grab that piece of information. It's a good quote. Hello. So afraid of God's revenge, they ran away to the sky. The house of sinning hermits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a very interesting name for that area. Shivat.
Well, so here's what I'm curious about.
hmm
If they were building a tower into the sky to a god in the sky,
Yeah.
then why would they flee to the sky to avoid the god's wrath?
Why indeed? Let's see. Built by people who tried to reach a god in the sky. According to tradition, God became angry with their disrespect and his thunder destroyed the tower. So that's what he says, that there was a group of people that built it and fled to the sky.
Right.
People who built Babel Tower were so afraid of God's revenge, they ran away to the sky. That place is Shivat, the house of sinning hermits. So yeah, according to the Ethos texts, or these people that are interpreting it, perhaps, it is the people of Shivat that built the tower, fled to the sky. Why indeed, though? Why would they build a tower to the sky to flee from the god of thunder, who presumably is associated with the sky?
Right, exactly. So, like, the question is, this god is in the sky. He smites the tower, destroying it.
Mm-hmm.
And so their immediate response is to go into his domain by building a flying machine?
So it seems. Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
If you want to confess your sins, you can go here. So we are kind of wandering around because that's what you're supposed to do at this point in the game. Just kind of wander into various locations. We're sort of waiting for phase treatment to be complete, and I'm not 100% sure what triggers it, but at some point it will trigger a scene where we'll be told, hey, we're good, kind of thing.
Yep. I have no business with people not associated with the Ethos.
Gee, Verlaine, you're kind of a jerk, aren't you?
They're real hush-hush.
They are.
They're very, very occultic in their way of... Not occultic, excuse me. Cultish.
Cultish?
A
Yeah.
cult is, a cult is different than cult, but...
What's the word?
A
They're
cult.
insular?
Yes.
Like insular?
Isolated.
Yeah,
even.
isolated, yeah.
Very cliquish. Kind of makes you think of, like, Masons and certain Mormons, right?
Oh, like Freemasons? Yeah.
Yeah, very secretive. Like, the further you get in,
They got
the more it
ritual and
reveals.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that perception is a good one of this. Like, it sort of has that feel to it.
Yep.
The bishop's been worried about the Reapers. Refugees atone the faith.
So everything? He's been worried about
Yeah.
everything? Hello.
Too many wells are out there, more than we can handle. What are they thinking?
Who's
are
they?
Vels, right. Are Vels and Reapers synonymous, or are those separate things?
You know, that's a good question. Functionally, they're synonymous for what we're dealing with right now. I believe that Reapers might be a more specific term of what a well is, but I could be getting that backwards.
Oh, like maybe there is a category of wells and Reaper is a specific type of category, or like a specific.
It's either that or these monsters are all Reapers and wells are a specific thing in the Aquavi region, which I think actually might be the case. It's one of the two, but they're describing a very similar phenomenon as far as this area of the world.
Gotcha. Some type of categorization.
Indeed, yes.
This is the pontiff's room. The general public is not allowed in here. Please leave.
But I wanna hang out.
This is the pontiff's room.
He just keeps repeating the same. Are you a robot? This is the pontiff's room. Fine.
Welcome to Canaria. I like swords.
Yeah, indeed.
Man.
I think we've been most of these. Let's pop back in here for a second. Let's see. Go back down. Any updates? Any updates? No. Almost complete. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna wander back off.
An actual amount of minutes have passed, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure what triggers this, but I do know you can't leave without Faye and Ellie, of course.
Right.
So
I had a question then, since we're kind of meandering around here.
yeah.
Reapers.
Yeah.
Hey, was that kid, mom and like kid there before?
I don't think so. Let's see.
Oh.
Ooh.
Reapers destroyed my village. I'll become an its own and create a world with no hardships.
Maybe like an older sister.
Yeah, perhaps.
Brother.
Can you talk to the little kid? Let me around. Hey.
Can you jump?
Yeah, here we go.
Daddy, where did mommy go? Okay, so that's a father. Excuse me.
Yeah, indeed.
I mislabeled. Sometimes these sprites are hard to read.
They are.
I used to live in Arv, but I lost my house in the war with Kislev. The ethos accepted me as a believer. This is my home now. Interesting.
Oh, who is this?
Peace and order here in Akavi is getting worse day by day. Saving people who have nowhere else to turn. This is the duty of the ethos. You say that, but then you're like awful strict about who can even go into the cathedral.
Indeed.
Many people visit the ethos to get help. They're the same as the Cetone. They also came to ethos with hearts filled with sorrow.
Oh, yeah.
True faith comes from a stern... Yeah.
From a stern doctrine. He was here before.
Yep. But I was going to ask, Reapers.
Yes.
Are Reapers like a standard monster, or are they something more akin to like... specially creatures, right? Like,
yeah.
In our own world, we have like the myth of revenants, which are kind of like these undead ghoul-like creatures that get resurrected with the sole purpose of having exuding some vengeance upon someone.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Or ghouls, wraiths, any other types of undead too. I don't know if like Reapers kind of fit more into that category where they're created and in a more necromantic fashion, or with the wrath of undying wills, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, a couple of things. One, and first and foremost, we're going to learn more about them as we go forward. I do think that that's a very good question. I did double check while you were asking that, though. Wells and Reapers are pretty much the same thing. I believe they might just be two words for the same thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know that there's necessarily a full categorization. There might be. I'll double check on it. But another tidbit that I'd kind of forgotten about until I checked it just now was Wells were kind of named after, or it's speculated they're named after H.G. Wells. Just removing L off the end. Yeah, it is also similar to Veltal. So,
right.
It's...
that was the connection I made immediately, was Veltal.
Yeah, but a lot of things have names that are just kind of illusions just to have them in this game. So, it is interesting, and we'll definitely be getting more into some of those, like, references, from
Right.
names specifically. Not every name
Yeah.
is that way, though.
If it's not abundantly clear to our viewers, and I know Dan knows this too, sometimes I ask questions with no expectation of an answer.
Yeah.
It's just to throw the question out there. All right.
And it's a really good question about what are these things?
Ellie, how's Faye doing? Yes, it looks like he's going to be all right. Come on, let's go to the infirmary then.
All right. And Ellie's back.
Give Faye a
in the-
big hug.
Yeah, exactly. Ellie was out of the party for 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Back into the infirmary.
Hello, everyone. This treatment is finished. Now get out. Did Faye regain consciousness? No, of course not. Unfortunately, the patient hasn't regained consciousness yet, but there's no need to worry. When he recovers physically, he'll also regain consciousness. You can take him to your ship now. Thanks a lot. Please don't worry. I did my job as a clergyman. Where's Billy? I'd like to thank him. Oh, yes, Brother Billy. He went back to the orphanage. He was worried about the children left behind. We are in Billy's debt. We should go thank him. First, let's take Faye to Yggdrasil. We can go thank him afterwards.
Indeed.
Faye, did you know that you drove... Oh, wow, I don't know what happened there.
What happened?
Faye, I started trying to say things before the words came up, but my brain moved faster than my tongue could, I guess.
That happens.
I was going to say something like, Faye, do you know you drool when you sleep? But we'll just move on with our lives.
Good.
Faye, I'm sorry.
She has said, Faye, I'm sorry so many times. No.
No,
Oh, no.
no,
He's displeased.
no, not the drool.
Not the drool story. Here, let's, I think she can just heal us, right?
Faye, you're all right, aren't you? I'm so happy. It's wonderful to be a nurse.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Never ask a lady her weight.
Who do you want to weigh? Nobody?
Can
Okay.
you weigh Veltol for us?
Yes. Yup. Oh, let's see here. Okay.
We gotta go to the orphanage.
Yep, we're headed to the orphanage next. We were there in the last episode. So we've already done, if you haven't done it yet, you can do the quest with the books. That was, not at all soul-crushing to do. And that is going to be a quest that gets you a cool item a little bit later. So definitely do it. You can see the last episode if you're not sure what I'm talking about, because you can do it early, but you can also do it during this visit. We'll go ahead and save the game real quick, and then we're going to head back to the orphanage to thank Billy for his help. And we are also about to conclude another side quest that will not take us a lot of time, but will be good to conclude.
I see. So Faye recovered if he continues to rest. I'm relieved to hear that. It seems the orphanage is located to the southeast of the Ethos headquarters. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil?
Go ahead. Oh yeah. So one thing I did want to mention, if at this part of the game you want to grind it all, the act of going to the Yggdrasil bridge completely restores your gears. So yeah, as you're just kind of driving around, beating up enemies here, you can just hit the button to go back to the bridge, which is, I believe, the same as the menu button. Yeah, it's the menu button. So this is square button. And you'll go to the bridge, and then you'll have to talk to Sigurd and launch the ship again. But your gears will be completely restored. You don't have to go down to the freaking shop and be like, "Hey, restore my, restore HP and fuel."
That's handy.
Yeah, it's super useful. All right. Let's see. Yeah, don't mind the gigantic tower over there. That has nothing to do with anything. It's fine.
It does have a dot, though.
It does.
Has a dot now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. Babel Tower. That's what we were just talking with people about. So, you know, it doesn't appear to be destroyed. So, wonder what they were talking about. Harumph.
Harumph, indeed. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. I'm still kind of mulling over, like, Shavat's fleeing to the air.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
It is. And taken at face value, and assuming that things are not quite as like what they seem.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Babel Tower was an attempt to get to Solaris.
It's an interesting idea.
And then fearing being bombed, wasted, right, by their advanced technology. Because thunder can mean anything. It could have been like missiles, right?
Sure, yeah.
I wonder if flying to the sky in the way that it did, especially with like the shielding and everything on their UFO.
Yeah, real quick. As you can see, I just did the thing I was saying. I went to the bridge, left, gears are all restored. So, anyway, please go on.
Yeah, just we've seen Shavat now. We know that it has a hardened shield around it, basically. So, assuming that's been in place ever since they took off into the air, it would make sense then that for them to flee into the sky with that protective bubble if they're trying to protect themselves against, say, thermonuclear war or something of that nature, right? Because you can't really guard yourself in the ground as well as you could, say, in the air, where you can move around and harder to target.
Yeah, that's true.
I have the day shift, so I get to call the chickens in the coop. Want to help me?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. It's easy. The chickens come when you call them. Bakak?
All right, so now we got to find some chickens. Hello. Hey.
Bark, bark.
Okay, so we're herding chickens, but they get very easily distracted. So if they stop moving after you, you got to go back, talk to them again.
That kind of looks agonizing.
It's sort of annoying. It's not too bad, but there we go. So we got one. Let's just do the thing I keep forgetting I can do in this game and jump. All right. Hey,
True.
you're one. Where is the other? It's you, isn't it? You have the chicken. Come back here. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Hello.
What you doing all the way out there?
He got lost. He was distracted. He wanted to see the world, but then got distracted.
This chicken wants to go on vacation.
He does, apparently. Hey, get in here. Get in here. Good job. Hello.
Thanks for doing my job for me. I'll pay you back. I swear.
Tag badge. All
The
right.
mythical hero tag badge.
Yeah, let's take a look at the tag badge real quick. Tag King. Excuse me. Ellie did this. Tag Queen.
Yas, queen.
Okay, so we have the H&S badge, we have the tag badge, and we have the mythical hero rock, paper, scissors, king badge. So there are only 3 badges. You want to gather all 3 of them as soon as you can. Obviously, the RPS badge, if you don't get it at the very beginning of the game, you can't get it. It's impossible. It's definitely missable. The H&S badge, I believe, is still available throughout most of like the first half of the game. I believe. I have to double check that, but I always get it when I first go to Bloodivik. It's just a good idea to get it done. And then, obviously, the tag badge, you just saw me do it in like a couple of minutes. It's not hard to do. The only one that's really hard is the RPS badge, in my opinion. HNS might be a little annoying to find them, but RPS is kind of a pain. So just get it done beginning of the game, and then, you know, you're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say RPS is probably the worst just because you have to have 5 consecutive wins. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that and the books, which we have already dealt with here, are kind of the extra things we can do. So we're gonna pop in here and we're gonna talk to Billy.
Will those badges come into play later?
Yes, they are going to be of use at some point, pretty soon actually.
Okay.
They're kind of a side quest. They're not like essential. You could just ignore them. But you do get some cool stuff for getting all 3 of them. So I would recommend doing it.
Okay.
Yep.
It's Billy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, how are you? How is Faye doing?
Very well. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, but he should come around soon.
Really? That's good to hear.
Billy, I don't know quite how to thank you for helping Faye.
Don't mention it. We may believe in different gods, but none of us can leave people in need.
Thank you very much. By the way, is this your orphanage?
Unfortunately, it's my dad's. Surprised there are only children? My sister and I haven't had parents since we were infants. So I opened an orphanage so kids without anyone wouldn't have to go through what we did. They're all healthy and obedient to the teachings of the ethos.
Oh dear.
They're all good kids who even help me with work. Oh, hey Sigurd. Bot, Yggdrasil's radar picked up the image of a huge ship. What? Kebler again? I don't know, but it's moving at 10 Repsol per hour to the south. Let's head to the bridge. Got it. Be right there. Prepare the Bart missile.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you in the black and white. Are you Sigurd? Is that any way to speak to someone? Who do you think you are? Ah, he may not look it, but he is our senior. Senior? Jesse? Siggy? He said Siggy? Silver-haired man with amber skin. I'd say that's rare. What are you all doing here? Just sort of happened. A lot has happened.
This is a really good summation.
Yes.
Just sort of happened.
Let's talk about things over some drinks.
Yep.
So, why are y'all all here?
Siggy, it's been a long time. What's with the eye patch?
Billy, you've grown up. With that smile, you look just like Raquel.
Raquel?
Raquel, yep.
Raquel.
Raquel.
Hey. Who are you? Get all cozy with my officers, huh? Hey, what's all this Siggy stuff? Don't get cute, kid.
What's with you? Why are you so arrogant to Siggy?
Who do you think you are? I am a prince.
That's true.
Billy, don't yell at Sigurd's people. It's bad form, boy. I raised you better than that. But this was my senior when I was a candidate for elements in Jugend. I rented a room in his house. Back then, he was stealing diapers. And he's still a whiny little brat now.
You're probably still in diapers, aren't you?
You punk, what's your problem? Well, then shall we go straight off and drink ourselves under? Where do you plan on going? What do you mean? There has to be a bar or two on board your ship. I have a slight headache. I have a headache. What? That's okay. I'll drink for both of us. We'll get rid of that headache with a good old drink. I like Jesse.
Uh-huh.
What's you going to do? I can't just say no to him. What are you doing? Let's go. Hey now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I'm not going. Go ahead and have a good time.
Ellie's like, I do not care about this.
Right. What's this huge ship Sig was talking about? Yeah, let's not forget about that whole thing. I'm sorry, everyone, if I may be excused. Oh, well, I guess I'll go. I got time to kill.
And Rico has forced his way into our party. Hello, Rico. Okay. Rico has gotten to level 46. The interesting thing, level 46 is the level for the XX Deathblow, but as you can see, since he hasn't been in a battle, you have to bring him into a battle one time to learn it, even at 100%. So I think I talked about that before, but all right, let's see.
Yes, two of the characters who are the hardest on my throat. Perfect.
Yup. Yeah, so let's go check this out. We got a little bit more we can do here, I think.
Boy, he's still boinging around on his bed.
He sure is.
It's so fluffy. You want a fluff? Hello?
Hello.
What do you need? How dare you open my secret door? Excuse me, I must go and greet some people. Please don't go searching through others' rooms.
But I...
Is it the bishop? Wow, Uncle Stone!
Uncle Stone?
Why, hello, how are you all? Are you all happy? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Bishop Stone.
So the answer is yes, it is the bishop.
Oh, Billy, my son. Sorry to bother you when you're so busy. And who are these people?
Primera just went back inside.
Yep. They're travelers from another country. Oh, by the way, about your earlier message. Yes, about work. Yes. The Ethos transport ship that went missing finally turned up, but there's no reply. What does it mean? What indeed? Perhaps Reapers again. Billy, can you do the usual? Right, no problem. Leave it to me, Bishop. Thanks. It's to the northeast from here. Thanks so muches! Please be careful. It's a dangerous area. There are some pretty fast currents, sea currents. It's best to stay away from the salvagers. You better go in the big ship. Hey, is that massive ship Sig was talking about earlier? I don't know if that was it or not. From what I hear, it's a place where the currents are really fast. It's supposedly very dangerous for small ships, but the Yggdrasil will be safe here. There.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how big the wave or swell, it's no problem. Besides, we have help from Faye. Faye's unconscious, bro. Let's get aboard. I'll see you off to there. What, we could even help you finish your job.
Faye being on the ship makes it easier to navigate the currents.
Apparently. His sheer presence. I agree. You say Faye, it's the least we could do. Thanks, but this doesn't involve you. Just me is enough. But isn't that place dangerous? I'm dangerous. If there's anything we can do to help. I don't want to get you involved. Billy, my son, don't waste their good intentions. That sub is theirs, no? Why don't you cooperate with them? Do I have to? But Bishop... Yeah, it's no fun to travel alone. Let's help. Because we are men of the sea.
That's right.
Billy, it's best to go with friends. Listen, I don't think we're at friends level yet. Well, if you insist, thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you deeply. Billy, take care of these people. Report back to headquarters after you get back. Yes, Bishop. Okay, bye! Thank you. Let's see what tomorrow brings. A new horizon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come as soon as I'm finished preparing for tomorrow. Go on ahead. And don't look at my room again. I'll tell you more on the way there.
Hey. Hey. I want to go behind the
Oh.
bookcase.
I was about to say, but what's in your super secret chamber?
Let me get behind the bookcase. I'm not sure we actually can at the moment. Just gonna check it anyway. Let me back here.
What are you doing? Please don't go searching through others' rooms. Sorry, when I'm finished, I'll come. You go ahead, get on board. I'll tell you more on the way there.
Thanks, man. Okay. So yeah, we can't go back there yet. Alright, so that's all we can do here for now. We're going to go ahead and head out. And we're going to pop onto the Yggdrasil and get ready for Billy's arrival so that we can help him out in exchange for helping out with Faye.
They can't launch the Yggdrasil because Sigurd isn't there. He must be in the gun room or somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you go up here, like he's just not here. Like the ship is like there's no...
My name's Bingo, the apprentice helmsman. Sigurd has been teaching me how to operate the Yggdrasil. Do you want to see my notes?
Sure. Whoa! Direction. Okay, yeah, this is just some tutorial stuff. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Can't wait until I become a full-fledged helmsman.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye. Good one.
I like that he's got like a pretend wheel. That's what it looks like. Is he's operating a fake like wheel,
Right.
so that he can pretend like he's turning the Yggdrasil.
Yup. It's kind of great. He's training. It's training, of course.
The only thing that would make it better is if it had like bubbles that would come out whenever he does a heavy spin. You know, kind of like the lawnmower that kids get
Mm-hmm.
that they can push and little bubbles pop up.
That would be amazing.
I see. This is the place you begged to return, eh? Well, yes. After you left, Billy cried a lot. I'm sorry. When you left Solaris, the same thing happened. Carr was quite upset then. I didn't mean to betray him. His misanthropy has gotten even worse because of that. Now, enough about old times, old friend. I do not expect to find you loitering in this land. Everyone!
All right. Go ahead and save here.
Mina-san!
We save between all the dialogue in this part.
We live on the edge.
That's right. All right, so let's hang out. Ha 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 ha.
No one can stop our old friend now.
Yep. Hey.
Ha ha ha. I haven't hit the booze for a long time. It's all because my son doesn't let me drink. This is a great bar you got here, old codger.
Hmm.
Why, thank you, my good man. This old codger's got good character. I like his booze. I like him. Ha 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 ha.
He's just so amused with himself. How's it going, Myson?
A mature yet modern atmosphere. That is what I offer you. A bartender's life isn't all that bad, you know. I may be of service.
Yeah, so we're good.
Just get your haws out of the way. I'm trying to read.
Yeah. Whenever he does that, you can't actually confirm a dialogue, so you have to like double tap because it's like it takes away the confirm. It's like Jesse is actively interrupting you by laughing really loud.
I'm fairly amused that he's going up to their faces and laughing as loud as he can. Oh yes, it's time for you to depart. Right. I'm sorry, old friend, but I have a job I must do. Oh God, is that time already? Well then, before we go, let's do the usual. You know, the paint the face on your stomach and dance around trick. The three of us together. Well, actually, we are in a hurry, so, we'll talk about that some other time. Oh, is that right? Well, then, I ought to get out of here too, then, huh? There's something I wanted to ask you. So let us get together when we have more time. Yeah, I hope I live to have the opportunity.
He just pulls out his gun and is just aiming it randomly. Crash!
Ah! Sigurd is...
He just passes out.
Again? Sigurd gets drunk so easily. What a lightweight.
Yup.
Well, that blows it. We cannot leave today. Perhaps tomorrow.
Sigurd can't hold his liquor.
He's a teetotaler. I'm back. Where's Billy? Keep it down. Your time to do it. Think it is? What time do you think it is? Wow.
Ooh.
Oof. It makes me feel like I'm the sheriff of Rottingham in the in Men in Tights, where he just like turns all his sentences around.
Yeah, he just backwards is all of them. Yep.
Yes. King Forest, dear, it is.
Yup.
What?
Huh?
Be quiet when you come back, or we'll wake the children. If you come, you'd have heard a ton of good stories. Sigurd's stories were hilarious. You know, Siggy doesn't drink, and you made him? Even though you're a holy man's father. Hey, why don't you open up your eyes? You need to quit being a priest.
Big super direct there, Jesse.
I don't want to hear that from someone without a shred of faith. Stay out of my life. I don't know. I suspect Jesse sees something way better than Billy does at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out. Do you have any idea how much trouble you little bud is in? What? How would you know? You? I still don't believe you're even my father. You're not the person Mother loved. What do you mean? You think I'm a fake? Ask yourself.
Mm.
You're right. I guess there's no way to prove it. Fine, you still don't understand the truth. What those guys really are, where you were going. Straight to shale. Father, what are you saying? I'm saying Raquel died in vain. Ooh.
Just laying it down there, Jesse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Then some fighting words.
Yup.
You have no right to say Mother's name. I see. That's the way it is. Fine. Anyhow, quit your job. Consider it a piece of advice from a man who is but a stranger to you. Later.
We're awake. All right.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. They have some big problems with each other. Meanwhile, though,
I would be curious to know if Jesse's problem is with the ethos specifically or with faith in general.
It's a good question.
My assumption is it's ethos specifically, but still, I'm just...
He does seem to have
curious.
something against the, Billy's chosen profession and all of that, so...
Right.
Hey, guys.
I'd be more happy to come along. I would be more than happy to come along. Please talk to Maji if you want to switch out.
Yeah.
Good morning. They said you were still sleeping, so I went ahead and came in. You're dressed lightly. Is that enough? We Etones have some rather unique equipment. It's invisible. Hey, let me explain about the equipment since we're going to be working together. We have this thing called Holy Bullets. First of all, my basic equipment are guns. There's 3 kinds. Handgun, ether gun, and big gun.
Big
or
gun.
BFG.
Yep.
The handgun is the only one that can be replaced with other versions of the same kind. I made the other 2 kinds of guns myself, so there are no others to replace them with. You can power up a gun's attack force by changing its ammo or bullets with more powerful ones. To load ammo, press right or left on the directional button at the equip menu screen. This will display a sub-window in place of the main equip window where you can select your ammo.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. One thing you have to be careful of is that the number of bullets for each gun is limited. To successfully manage your ammo, you must keep an ample supply and reload frequently. But now that I have said this, note that ether guns do not have such a limit. Well, that's about it. Did you understand?
Yes.
Right. I understood it roughly, but it's a bit complicated, isn't it? This is a fine gun indeed. I'm sure it has a significant history. Of course. It's the famous rifle... Machiganator?
Machiganator. I don't know.
Machiganator. Handed down in the Fatima family.
I'm unsure how to properly pronounce that, but I like Machiganator.
I like that. I could see Machiganator, maybe.
Yeah. I can see it.
What a waste. It's too good for you to just brandish a whip.
You who just brandishes a whip.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Hey, what are you getting sharp with me? Oh, sorry. It's just, I didn't think you would have an interest in guns. Well, anyway, Billy, quit poking the bear.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know why you became an Etone. I'm not interested.
Bart doesn't care.
I see. Etones help out strangers, so I suppose that would make you curious. Do they, though? No, I don't mean that. I'm curious about your own intentions personally. I don't know. I just didn't expect you to be an Etone at all. Why? I see.
Good question.
Well, since our job is rather unusual, I'll tell you about that too, as I explain. How old was I? I don't remember. Maybe 8 or 9? About then, Dad taught me how to use a gun. One day, Dad disappeared. He just ran out on us. He never came back. Even so, I stayed in his room alone, often. Dad's gun, Dad's smell. Those things were all I had left to remind me of him. But that happiness didn't last long. Whoa. When I was 12, my house was attacked by reapers, and my mom was killed. Those are definitely undead creatures. They were looking for Dad, but Mom wouldn't talk. Intelligent undead creatures. I could still hear it, the sound of the bullets slowly firing 3 times. I even remember the sound of the empty shells hitting the floor. After that, the Reaper screamed, and I heard someone fall. Bishop Stone was the one who helped us then. Okay. Meeting him changed my life from then on.
Mm-hmm.
That explains some of that fervor.
Indeed.
Hey, wait a second. Do Reapers talk? Yes, they're not just monsters. Some of them are more intelligent than humans. Primera and I hid in the shadows, escaping death, but she hasn't spoken a word since. Okay, so trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Like a godsend, kind, strong Bishop Stone gave me an example to follow. I wanted to help save someone in need like he saved us. I didn't want there to be any more children like Primera. So I began training at the Ethos to become just like Bishop Stone. I left Prim in the care of the Ethos and entered the monastery. Many years passed. I finished training at the monastery and became an Atone. I returned home to open the orphanage. And he had unexpectedly come back. But he was different. Some terrible accident changed him. Not only his looks, but his character and manner had entirely changed too. I remember him as a quiet man. But more than that, I thought maybe I didn't really remember him. That's why I could never think of him as a father. But Prim needed a father, and she became attached to him. Even in my heart, I too thought I wanted a father. But even now, I just can't believe he is my real father. Ha! This is going to sound pathetic, but I almost went so far as to sell my body to support Prim, since we only had each other for so long. Despite that, Prim still prefers the father that she never knew. The one who suddenly appeared out of nowhere. What do you mean, sold your body?
Here you go.
Almost sold your body. Don't you know, kid? There's things you can get back. You can't get back once they're sold. And there are things that you just... Oh, God, I can't read.
There are things you can get back once sold, and there are things you just can't.
I apologize to everyone. I have butchered like every other line tonight. Good gracious.
Yeah, that's all right. It's there are things you can get back, then there are things you just can't, kind of thing.
Oh, man. All right. Couldn't you see that? Of course I refrained, but they said they'd give me 3,000 G for one night. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's what he meant by that.
Okay, that's what I thought he meant.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, you have to wonder, especially with everything else happening in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll donate your body to science if you die.
Yeah. Yes. What do you mean? Yeah.
You fool. Listen, next time you see your sister you need help, come to my ship. We're self-sufficient, so at least you don't need to worry about food and place to sleep. Now, don't you even say sell your body in front of me ever again. You understand? I'll slap that idea right out of your head.
Yup.
Could this be? Maybe you are a nice guy after all. What is your problem with Bart, dude? Why don't you just cut out and say thank you? Jeez. Well, you haven't taken care of us yet, so I won't say it. Cute kid. Real cute.
Yeah, it's kind of he's sort of a reserved priest type, and Bart is, sort of a vulgar, very louder type of personality. So he's just like, you rubbed me the wrong way or something.
Yeah, I guess.
I am not in control of the ship right now, by the way.
Gotcha.
Yep. So we head automatically to the ship that was detected to handle that whole thing to help Billy out.
So, if Primera is mute because of trauma, is Citan's daughter also mute because of trauma?
It's a very good question. It is interesting that they're both mute. We don't know. We don't have enough data about that yet. But, yeah. What we know is Citan's daughter doesn't speak, Midori. And Primera also seems to not speak. And she hasn't said a word since the day Raquel, her mother, was killed by Reapers.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Looks like we made it already. Can it be? The transport ship's being attacked by Reapers. Faye, why aren't you awake yet? Can anyone help us? I got some gears.
Yeah, it's a funny little way of saying, hey, let's form a party. So, because of who I am as a person, I'm bringing Citan as well. But yeah, you have to bring Billy, and Faye is unavailable right now. But you can do Billy and Ellie, Citan, Bart, or Rico currently. I am bringing Ellie and Citan with Billy.
Bishop Zone, save Billy.
Okay, so let's just take a real quick look at Billy. Billy has an interesting setup here. What? Okay, cool. He's got his first 4 death blows here, so we'll do some work on that.
Nutcrack.
Yeah. We'll get to his abilities a little bit here, but yeah. So like he said, he has different guns. Now, this is his basic gun here. This is a B&J M10 gun. There are a number of them, and you might have seen a couple of times when I was going through equipment that there was ammo in certain areas and things like that. So this is what is being referred to here. So the handgun is used with weak attacks or triangle attacks. The ether guns are used with square attacks or strong attacks, and then fierce attacks use the big gun, the shotgun.
That's not at all how I expected that to go.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I think I kind of imagined that the ether gun would be for like him to cast ether abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which I have no like reason to think that that's the case, but that's just how it made me think.
Yeah, like he's some kind of magic gunner, which is really cool. It's a really cool idea, and it's sort of what happens. Yeah. So another thing to point out here, you'll see 100 shots in the bottom left here for this ammo.
Mm-hmm.
And you see 100 shots for this one. These are unlimited. And you can swap these out. Now, unfortunately, with the ether gun, changing to any other element on these doesn't do anything. So that you'll be able to get other ones like, earth ammo or whatever. Right is always wind, left is always fire. And they correspond to square 1 and square 2. So it's sort of the same thing I was talking about with death blow combos. So for example, if you do triangle and then square, it would fire the left ether gun. But if you open with square, it fires the right one. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So handguns are kind of his sidearms or whatever. These ether guns are kept up his sleeves, the sleeves of his habit. He fires them under his arms. It's interesting.
Okay.
And then the big gun is just kind of slung across his back. He's got like a shotgun on his back, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So a couple other things. The Holy Habit is a very high defensive armor that he comes with. Nothing too special about it, but it is good defense, so we're going to leave him in it. The Holy Pendant doubles the length of support effects, which I believe we're going to leave on him. And then Stamina Ring S, I am actually going to replace with the Ether Doubler. So Billy is the other character who can really, really, really benefit from an Ether Doubler. At least for the moment. So there's a reason I have 2 of them. The other thing I wanted to cover. Billy, Purity Light, his abilities, remove all effects, single ally. Healing Light restores HP to a single ally. Holy Light, restore HP to everybody. Goddess Calls, speed up next turn, single ally, and then Goddess Eyes, defense up next turn, single ally. Goddess Eyes you should completely ignore because defense up effects don't take any effect on party members in this game. They're glitched.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a few abilities that do that. Just ignore them. Don't use them. Or if you're going to use them, just use them to see them one time and then just don't bother with them because they don't do anything at all. Yeah.
That is fascinating.
I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. But yeah, we have the Citan has sort of been our healer, and he's still a good healer. Billy is a better one because he can just heal all anytime, which is really nice. And we'll go ahead and save, and you'll notice we don't really have the Yggdrasil music going on because we're at the ship pretty much. So
Right.
this is set up to go ahead and get going here. Which I think... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're going to take the ladder up onto the ship. We're basically under it. Transport
Get
ship.
on the transport ship?
Yup.
Yes!
All right.
Oh. That's weird.
Yes, it is.
That's a big ship.
Yes, it is.
It's dark. Maybe if you clap.
Clap on.
Right. What is that odor? It's reapers. This unusual smell is that of the wells. Oh, hey, it is reapers.
Indeed.
Sure looks like they attacked. One more thing. On the room's middle wall is a red switch. Don't push it. Push the switch to turn on the lights. Scared? You wish. No. Just a little.
It'll be okay, Billy. Whoa. All right, immediate battle. Here we go.
That was some Scar sounds.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and show off a little bit of our new party member. Ow! Stop that.
What? Pardon me, why summon a giant circular saw?
Yeah. Let's do a death blow here. Nutcrack. Boom.
Some of these moves have really funny names.
They do. Yeah, we'll go ahead and demonstrate the XX abilities of party members here that we have. As the camera pivots behind boxes.
Right. Can't show you the whole thing.
Yup.
Can only show you parts of the thing.
Yeah, now that we have Billy in the party, ammo will start dropping. It's good to have. Another thing that's interesting is with regards to upgrading Billy's gun, it is difficult to get ammo for certain upgrades that will be coming up. So I would definitely recommend holding on to any M10 guns that you have. There are different varieties of weapons you'll be able to get. So there are other M10 guns. There are also other types of guns that are not the M10 gun. And there is a special gun he'll be able to get later on, you know, as we upgrade him. But definitely hold on to at least one M10 gun so you can use the M10 ammo. The ammo type has to match the gun.
Ah.
So, and that's not the case with the ether guns. You just get other ones, and you should just ignore these. Just leave these equipped. I don't think there's even an attack power difference. I'll double check that, but I don't think there is. I think this is just you're picking an element is essentially what you're doing here. And then the shotgun.
I want lightning.
I would love that. Well, wind is technically sort of lightning in this elemental system, so technically you get lightning.
No.
Kind of. And yeah, the big gun ammo, there's no upgrades to the shotgun. So any shotgun ammo you get, you can use with the big gun. Okay.
Gotta find buttons.
Yeah, so we gotta find... Oh, there. Oh, hey, here we go. Light on?
Light on. Open door, lock A.
Thank you. Let's see, I think we can...
There's a penguin coat.
Yeah. Just kicking boxes around.
Screw these boxes in particular.
Get these boxes out of here! Let's see. How does the penguin coat stack up to the Holy Habit? I think the Holy Habit is better. Not by much, but it is better. Yeah, we got the dervish dress and the penguin coat going. Oh yeah, I've got an ether doubler running on Ellie as well, which I am only really running for her gear combat because I don't really like doubling the cost of her ether abilities. But I'm not really using her ether abilities on foot currently. If you do want to do that, you may want to just take it off because she can kill things without an ether doubler on foot. But it's a good idea to have it equipped on her for gear combat because you can double the effect of her air odds for the same fuel cost. So it's nice. All right, so we got a penguin coat here. North door. Okay.
Gotta go up the ladder, I think, right?
I think so, yeah. The north room, I think, has a save point in it, so we'll just check that real quick. Yeah, I think this is just called a Wells.
Okay. So the reason I asked, you can keep fighting.
Yep. Hang on. So bottom right, you can see how much ammo you have left for your guns.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
if you do run out during battle, you just can't use that attack button currently. So, when you get down to like 1 or 2 bullets or something, or, you've got like 4, but you're going into it, but just reload. Just equip another ammo. It's worth it to do. Because you don't want to be without ammo on one of your attack buttons. Because if you are, you can't trigger death blows that use those attack buttons. So, yeah, you don't want that. That's bad.
Jeez. Anyway, the reason I was asking about that is because Red Rum had a hand very similar to that particular Reaper Styles hand.
That's true. He did.
And the skull was very similar too.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me... It kind of begs the question for me, was Red Rum a Wells variant?
That's a very good question.
And if that's the case, then Vels are created beings. They are not naturally occurring.
That does seem to be the case, if assuming they're similar things here.
Right. It definitely sniffs of necromancy.
Sure.
Is what's happening here.
Yeah.
So whatever the science fiction version of necromancy is, that's what it feels like.
Advanced necromancy. Necromancy.
Right.
Let's do
technomancy.
Yeah.
So
let's see. Oh, I know.
I know. It was harping on the experimentation aspect of it.
There's a what? I'm sorry.
I was harping on maybe the ethos is experimenting, creating these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I still kind of hold to that to some degree, but it may not be experimentation. It could just be the result of a process of something that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like maybe Reapers are created when they are exposed to something for an extended period of time.
Sure.
So it could be something like that, but it feels a little intentional.
It does.
They're there, especially with the random NPC who was just like, "What are they thinking?"
We can't go this way, so we're gonna have to go around. Yeah. It's interesting because they physically look alike, which I think is a very interesting observation.
At least a little bit. Like Red Rum has definitely very distinctively different looking things, but like the hands here are roughly the same like shape with the really elongated fingers and kind of oddly large hand. And then with Red Rum, the skull was like at its waist. So it was kind of like it was merged with some other creature.
Right.
But
it's very
that
grotesque
skull
looking.
is very right, but that skull is very similar to whatever this is.
Yeah.
So anyway, random thought.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting thought. Hold on to that. Hellblast. Yeah, Billy is an interesting party member. I do like him. I've never been a big fan of ammo systems in games like this. I don't think we can go into this door at all, so up we go. But as long as you manage his ammo, he is very, very potent as a character. I do highly recommend at least considering using him in scenarios. He's a very strong ether user as well. So I've got 2 extremely powerful ether users in my party right now, Billy and Ellie.
I have to wonder what determines. Sorry, it's a complete non sequitur to what you're saying. I'm curious what determines the intelligence level of these Reapers too, right? Because there are some that are clearly intelligent, and as Billy said, even more intelligent than some other people.
Right. Yep.
But then there's also those that have virtually no intelligence or have lost intelligence, like Red Rum. Red Rum is more instinctual than intellectual. Like it has an intelligence to it, but it's a primal, animalistic, intuitive intelligence rather than cognitive, logical, communicative.
So
intelligence.
Sure, yeah, like more instinctive, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great question. Like, if these are supposedly sentient things, and Billy's sort of a undead hunter priest type thing. Like what is his opinion on their sentience? Is there some sort of justification for killing other sentient beings? Besides the fact that they seem to just be violent. They just attack is what happens here.
Right.
Okay.
On whose orders? I mean, I can't imagine that they're not being used as a tool in some way.
Who's they?
The Reapers. The
Reapers?
Fells.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like, regardless of where their source is, if they are being made in an artificial landscape,
right,
then especially the intelligent ones, I would imagine are being used as tools in some way.
Right.
Like, they're like, hey, we won't kill you if you go do these things for us,
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know. Makes me wonder if there's like a Lich variant of a Vels.
A Lich variant. That could be interesting.
Yeah. And also, I guess because there's different intelligences and obviously different power outputs, I wonder if they have different like class tier identifications of them too. Like what you're fighting is like a level 1, but Red Rum might have been a level 3. And the hyper intelligence ones are like level 10 or whatever.
Sure.
They're S-class monsters, whatever.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, this is a little bit of a minor puzzle because these things keep moving around.
Right.
Not too big of a deal. We do need to make our way to the eastern wall. Actually, I think I need to go back around the other way. So we got to get to the unlock mechanism for the doors. Door lock B. Okay, I think that unlocks this door. Yep.
Okay.
Unlocks the other one too. We did
Getting smacked by meat.
Yep, we did pick up some other ammo here. So there's A and there's S. S is a little stronger. We're just going to stick with the A for now because we're doing plenty of damage, and I'm just kind of laying waste to everything with ether guns currently.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's check his death blow progress, if any. Yep, none yet. Yeah, I will progress Billy's death blows the same as everybody else, but right now I'm probably just going to blast everything with ether guns because it's very easy to do that. You do want to get him leveled up with his death blows, though. Definitely take some time to do that because it is beneficial for everyone to learn their death blows.
Yeah, it seems like his bread and butter, even with his death blows, will probably be with his ether guns.
Ether guns and healing. It's sort of the, like you said, the holy gunner. He's like a priest combined with the gunner type.
Ah, yes, the old gun-toting preacher.
Yes, exactly. That is what Billy is.
What was the? Oh, it was the anime we watched. It was called Chrono Crusade. Do you remember watching that at all?
Yes, I remember
Okay.
Chrono Crusade quite well.
Yeah. It's a great anime if you haven't watched it, for the viewers out there. But nuns with guns is all I will say.
That's true. Yep.
It's a very interesting anime. Huh, he really does just like... Interesting.
Oh yeah, up the
He
sleeves.
shoves the gun out of his sleeves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. I like it a lot.
This feels very cyborgy.
Yeah. I mean, they're not attached to his body, but yes.
Oh, I
I
didn't
can
think they
definitely
were, like-
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, just that sensation because he bends his arm and it sticks out, right? And he
Yep.
pulls the trigger with his other hand, but
He pulls his forearms off, and there are guns. Like, what?
yeah, I don't mean it quite like that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Level up.
Hey, Faye leveled up. Good job, buddy.
I
Guess you're fighting in your dreams.
believe that was Citan that leveled up.
Was it? It looked like Faye leveled up.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Citan that leveled up. Oh, hey, we got
Whatever.
compartments here. Whatever. Let's see.
Clearly, despite the fact that I don't feel tired, I am cognitively having problems.
That is okay.
I think you found the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
That is blood.
Uh-oh.
That's gross. Looks like blood. What happened on this transport? No, wait. This is water with rust in it. Let's hurry on ahead.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm...
Cabin key.
No, nothing is fine. Nothing is fine about this place. We've already encountered a ton of Reapers.
Uh-huh.
Nobody is okay here right now.
That's true. It certainly is not a... Good grief. It's not a great situation right now, that's for sure. Silver beret. I think that's an accessory. Let's take a look.
Berets typically are. Fashionable accessories for the
Oh, boy.
modern woman.
Yeah, we'll upgrade
Or something.
her. Wow, she's got really high defense because of that now. Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, and he's doing the attack ether defense values. That's pretty good for him. Cool. Go across. Ah, nothing in here.
Wow. This hallway is kind of rough to like navigate.
Yeah, this is a good example of how the camera has problems sometimes. Some shotgun ammo there. Yeah, it's not a ladder I can go up. Bunk bed in there. All right,
Unlock it.
let's see.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll unlock that. It's
It's
rust.
just not- it's-
Shut.
Of course it is. Titan, punch it.
Maybe you ran into it.
Oh wow. You literally have to run into it.
Fortunately, I got into a battle before I could do it, so nothing happened. Perfect.
Oh yeah, I mean that tracks.
Them's the rules.
Of course they are. So you may have actually mentioned this before, and it like went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
But the death blows.
Yep.
Is the further down the list, like, are those always stronger death blows?
Most of the time, that is correct, yes. So the lower death blows. So for example, if I just run Screamer here, you can see much lower damage. So typically, to maximize your damage, just use your newest death blow that you have.
Okay. Would there ever be a reason to not do that? Typically?
One of the reasons I could think of is to use the combo ability in battle to chain a bunch of death blows together.
Oh, right. Something we haven't done in a while. I forgot about the combo system.
Yep. It's useful if you build it up for a specific battle, but yeah, in general, it's one of my. It's a light criticism, but it is a criticism I have of the system. Is that, in an all-out fight, I'm fighting a boss. I'm not going to be using anything but Sting Kick with Ellie. With Citan, I'll be using Ogi. Billy doesn't have his highest one, and he's a little bit different because of the ether guns and me spamming them. So I might just square. But I would use his highest one.
Yeah.
So for the most part, I would say use the newest one. It really it's there's a little bit more to it that we haven't really dealt with yet, but yeah, usually you want to use your newest one. There we go.
Gotcha. Wow, that door went flying.
Yeah, we smacked it off the hinges there. I think we just head on up.
I think there might be a save point to the north.
Okay. This is where we need to go. All right, here we go.
Into the tube with you.
Yep.
You fiend.
What have we here? Uh-oh.
That looks a lot like Red Rum.
It sure does.
It's like the same model.
Uh-huh.
What in the world?
Yup. So, you mentioned Red Rum earlier.
Right.
This is Bloody. Palette swap
gross.
of Red Rum. Uses the same ability, Murder. So, we gotta res people.
Okay.
Now, Bloody will lay off of using Murder after a little bit here. Like, he's not going to just spam it the whole time. But we're going to try to take him out as quickly as possible here, because he's kind of a problem. Nice. Alright, go again. Citan is so fast.
Yeah.
I've already done, like, maybe a third of his HP. That's annoying. Get up. Yeah, and what's cool is, I think Billy will retain his ATB. Nope, it resets. But we did use Rinky with Citan, so have some heals, everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not going to get everybody to full, but it is nice. Alright, let's see how we do with Ether Guns against Bloody here. Ooh, yeah. So he gets healed by the second one, so you can't just spam Ether Guns on him.
Interesting.
That is the disadvantage to running Ether Guns like that with Billy. The advantage, though, to Billy's whole thing in this fight, we can use his death blows, particularly Square X is effective. And he's got his healing abilities, so we don't have to rely on Citan for it. Although Citan's just DPSing him down here.
Right.
Let's do that, actually. I'll blast here. Not bad. Got the last blow.
I have so many sensations that are questions running through my mind, but I don't have words to articulate them just yet.
That is okay. Yeah, it is very interesting and sort of shocking to see a palette swapped Red Rum here. It's just like, uh-oh, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, to some degree, it's not surprising that there are duplicates of such a unique monster.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we
Said,
assume.
I'm counting on you. That was his last words. That monsters. Go
Oh,
ahead.
wow. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, again, they're human.
They are.
Ooh.
Yes.
Anyway, it's my buddy. I'll call him over here. Hey, buddy.
But yeah, it is interesting. There's a little bit of, it's just very light foreshadowing if you do the books. There's a reference to Redrum, and then you fight a palette swap of Redrum, and there's like similarities, and it's like, this seems all oddly familiar to what we dealt with in the freaking like Nortoon sewers. Like,
Right.
what are these? You know, it just raises a lot of questions here.
And again, it's still leaning into this cyclical storytelling too.
Yes, it absolutely is.
It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna roll through this door.
There's so many questions.
Here we go.
Billy, signal.
Clang, clang, clang.
Hey, everyone, it's Shift G.
Oh, a gear gonna like pop out of the ground or something.
Wind direction. Okay. Target coordinates X1020, Z303.
Where's your Y coordinate, kid?
Sea level.
Yeah.
Roger, engaging autopilot. Yeah.
Catapult ready. Oh,
Look out!
look out.
The chickens run away.
Yeah, push, pull. Yeah, great.
This whole thing is hilarious.
All these mechanisms are kid powered.
Yup. So yes, a gear does pop out of the ground.
Of course, it's what his gear looks like.
May I introduce Rin Mazuo?
Stand by. Okay.
Got a cape and everything.
Yep, got a cape.
What kind of jump?
Oh!
Go get him.
Today's launch was so-so.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, hello.
Just as I thought, this transport's infested. I must go to the Ethos and tell Bishop Stone, hey, turn around.
Behind you.
What? There's something... There's nothing there, just fish jumping around. Ah, the sea, the cool breeze. So different from the desert. Billy, who's Buddy? It's probably its brethren, a giant Vels. An entity he wouldn't stand much of a chance against by ourselves. But don't worry, they're pretty slow. Even if that well is called it probably won't reach us in time. But I called for my gear anyway, just to be safe.
There he is.
Faster than I expected. Well, here it comes. Gross
Uh-huh.
bug-looking thing.
Yeah.
Huh? You did say that we would not stand much of a chance against it by ourselves. It should be any time now.
Boom. So fast.
What a gross-looking creature.
Yggdrasil.
Oh, that's some good scale.
Yeah.
Great timing on the part of the kids. I owe them one. Well, get ready, because here it come.
Here it come. What? What, Billy?
Here it come.
You okay?
See, this is the best part, because sometimes I think I read it right, but it still sounds like I'm finagling
Yup.
flubbing the words.
Okay, this is perfect, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and hit it once, just to demonstrate here. No damage. So, the way to damage this enemy, and I'm going to go ahead and booster while I'm explaining this, but the way to damage this enemy is with ether attacks only. You cannot damage it any other way. However, we've got some handy stuff. Rin Mazuo has the same exact type of attack variety that Billy does, which means square. Boom. Now,
Wow.
yeah, and that ether doubler is working out pretty nicely here. I'm also going to go ahead and throw Aerods. This is why I brought Ellie.
Fair enough. Pew, 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 pew.
Oof. Yeah, so...
Oh, good.
Yeah, it enlarges, it loses defense, and it raises attack. So we're going to get kind of smacked here a little bit. Oh, yeah, it drains fuel. Not a lot of reason to really boost Citan, so I'm going to charge and just keep spamming. Here we go. Boom. Now, he doesn't have a lot of HP left, so we're just going to throw it again. That should be it. Very, very simple boss.
Wow.
Especially if you bring Ellie, and if you have an Ether Doubler, this is the first time we really see it shine. It is powering up Rin Mazuo's attacks, is the Ether Gun attacks, and it's powering up Aerods to a ridiculous degree. So, great stuff. And we got a new gun for it. That is a gear gun. So, we will take a look at that as soon as we can.
Thank you for helping me, everyone. To be honest, that was too dangerous for me on my own. I couldn't have done it without you. Is your job always this dangerous? Ha! I never thought you could call it gear. What the hell is Ethos thinking anyway?
Just want to point out, he says, "What in hell is the?" Like that's a typo in the game.
There have been several.
Yeah, there have been. Yeah,
but I hold no animosity toward a person who has to do that all by themselves.
Oh yeah,
that is
absolutely.
That is a hard job.
Yeah, I mean, it really the concepts get conveyed very well in this game. I'm not saying perfectly. I am saying very well.
Right.
But yeah.
Listen, I don't think anything will compare to someone set us up the bomb.
That's true.
We Etones are merely fulfilling our divine mission. Our divine mission.
That's right.
Ah, sorry. It was wrong of me to say that. Don't take it so seriously. So you're going to report back to the Ethos about your job results, right? Well, if you'd like, we shall give you a ride to Ethos HQ. It's on our way. That would be great, so long as it doesn't put you out. I have something to give you as a sign of my gratitude. My eternal friendship.
Yep.
So please accompany me into the Ethos headquarters. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. Now that we actually have access to it. Rin Mazuo. So, GM10 gun. You can see the rank on it goes up a little bit. Generally, the higher the rank, the better the gun here. We have the same ability to equip different ammo here. As you can see, we don't have any other options here. But if we equip the G86, we don't have any ammo for it. So we can't load it, is the problem there. So you're going to want to stick with things you have ammo for. You'll also notice the ether gun option is missing. That's because the gear just has an ether gun. So there's no ammo for it. It just has one. So
perfect.
Yep. I'm gonna move some of its equip around here. Yeah, so we are gonna pop back over to the orphanage here. So as I'm heading up to the bridge, you mentioned you had quite a few thoughts at the end of the bloody fight. Is that correct?
Yeah, I still can't articulate them.
Okay. Yep, that's
not
fine.
really. I mean, there's things like it's not too terribly surprising, I guess, that there could be more than one type of this unique monster, right? Which is what I said before, but that's operating on an assumption that there are tiers of Vels.
Sure.
So, we were fighting the Mooks, the animalistic, they're just there. The zombies, right?
Right.
And then you've got these red rum / bloody variant. I'm sticking with variant until I have a better word to say, but like this
Right.
variant of well, which is stronger,
Right.
more intelligent, not a whole lot more, but
At least enough to make a difference, right?
right, certainly capable enough to recognize probably simple orders or whatever, if I had to guess.
Right.
And intelligent enough to have thoughts and words. Right.
Yep. Language
it's-
comprehension, use.
Right,
Yep.
because it summoned the other one.
Sure did.
So so that means there's even higher tiers or grades or however you would classify that, which the classification is not important, but in a world like this where the Atones are known for killing Reapers, they surely have some type of classification system as far as like the power output.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there are some Atones who are more powerful than others. Like Billy, I don't know where he sits on the scale, but I'm sure there are people more powerful than him that would take on like an S class, Reaper.
Sure. Yeah, as
versus-
far as proficiency and ether capacity, stuff like that. Yep.
Right. Well, skill, experience, all of that too.
Yeah.
Right. So, all that being said, I am curious. What a top tier hyper intelligent Reaper would look like. And I'm still also wondering how their existence is tied into the ethos, because I don't think it's just the Etones kill the Reapers.
That's certainly part of what's going on, right?
Right. Like, I feel like the organization of the ethos, having people become Etones and then killing the Reapers, that feels like a face to hide what's really happening. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
But what really happening is all speculation and leaps of logic, and
So what you're saying is things don't quite add up.
right, which is big shock. What is always the case when we play this game.
Yeah. I think it's a good observation, though, for sure. All right. Now that we're in control of Billy, we're not looking through other people's rooms. He's looking through his own room. So
That's right.
we can go back here.
Right. And I would not put it past any organization in this world. This is the room I remember. What? That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it is. Can we? Wait a minute. What is happening here? All right.
You gotta push the door.
Oh, yeah, you gotta push it aside. Okay. Yep. Yoink. All right. B&J M686 gun.
Oh, this is a workshop. This is Father's. Reminds me of long ago.
So, yeah, he kept Jesse's gun when he left. So we do have an alternative. This is what I was talking about before, though. So we do have an ammo here. We didn't really have it before. I don't believe we picked up one. We may have, but this is stronger. Whoops. Yeah, so we go back to this. This is a rank A gun. We get A and S ammo. His normal attack is just 30, and then this, I believe, brings it. Yeah, so it goes up to 60. We are gonna stick.
Practically doubles.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with the either the 10A or the 10S. The 10S is slightly stronger, so we can use that. I'm just gonna burn through the 10A ammo here. So his other guns will be useful. We just want to make sure we have free access to the ammo for them. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go, because I'm not a heavy user of Billy's ammo. Generally, I will use him sometimes. I do think he's a good party member. It's just a personal preference. I don't like using up resources whenever I attack. I find it frustrating as a mechanic. It's not my favorite thing. But I will be, keeping an eye out. I'm gonna just make sure that, like, hey, if you're using Billy, here's this stuff that you can use. This ammo is available, so you can upgrade to this gun. It's the other aspect of it. It's one of those things. Just mechanically, I would say, like, it's sort of annoying that some of his guns you have to wait a while to use because it's just you don't have free access to the ammo. So
Yeah.
But yeah, our next destination is back to the Ethos HQ. So much like the beginning of this episode, that is where we are headed next. We are at time for this episode here. This might be a bit of a long one, but yeah, we will see what happens next time. There is plenty more to do here. We got to bring Billy back after his assignment is done and see what's going on at the HQ.
Yep. In the meantime, if you like what you've been watching, please hit all the buttons, like, subscribe, all of that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this. Please, no spoilers. This is a first-time experience for me, so keep all your theory crafting to what's been revealed up to this point. Please, yep. I'm begging you. But more than anything else, thanks for hanging out with us. We love having you here. And if you did like what you watched, or if you feel like Xenogears is a little too intense, you need to do something else, feel free to check out our stuff. Everything else we've got out right now. We've got the tea time stuff, which is super cozy, nice and chill. Just get you a nice warm drink. We've got Skies out. We're working on Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker at the moment. All kinds of good stuff. Whether this is your first time here and you're current with our videos, or if this is something like down the road, please explore. We got lots of stuff. I'm sure there's something that you like.
Yep.
And hopefully you got a giggle or two out of us along the way too. So.
Yep. I know we certainly do. We always enjoy recording these. So yeah, definitely let us know if you're enjoying it. If there's anything you want us to cover, if you have any questions, please definitely just talk to us. Let us know. We'd love to hear it.
Yep.
And like Austin said, we're having a blast with our other playthroughs as well. Skies of Arcadia was fantastic. Definitely check that out if you haven't yet. We're concurrent with Wind Waker, I believe, currently, Zelda Wind Waker. So also a fantastic game. Definitely check that out, especially if you want a more chill game. Well, it's maybe a little less thematically intense.
Right. In the meantime, though, we hope you guys all have, and ladies, have a great day. And we will see you all in the next video.
See you next time on Xenogears, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye-bye now.
Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.